Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to a Friday day live stream. Today, Bitcoin is chilling at $115,000. We got what seemingly is a quick little liquidation event of all of the people who are excessively long with their stop losses down here at the range lows. Hopefully, ideally, what I kind of expect to end up happening is that we bounce pretty aggressively from here and then can continue on to make new highs. In true fashion for Bitcoin, we saw the liquidation event of everyone who is overly leveraged to the upside. Same thing on Ethereum to some extent. Yesterday, we got a little bit of a breakdown and then a quick pop back up. So we are in a consolidation phase on Ethereum. Ideally, again, in my opinion at least, we will continue to chop sideways until the moving average comes up to kiss Ethereum's price before sending us up higher, much higher. Welcome into the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about some of the pre-sales that I see going on right now. There's not a ton of crazy big ones that I'm seeing, but there are a lot of stirrings of projects attempting to launch, people getting excited to push their project forward, and my DMs are pretty flooded with stuff in this given moment. KOLs are awake, founders are awake, creators are awake. We got people like you and I who are market participants awake and ready to go. Everyone is excited right now, and especially given that Trump just stood up and harassed Federal Chair Jerome Powell here in order to get rates to be lowered. Yeah, we'll see how everything ends up turning out. But I do expect that the conversation they ended up having and the subtle threats that Trump ended up putting on to Powell are going to make a change over at the Fed. We currently speaking have not seen any change in the odds of a rate cut. There will not be one here in 5 days. There will be no rate cut for this one in July. September, the market is repricing very minor chances of a rate cut, right? It was all the way up to yesterday. It was 39% chance we wouldn't get a rate cut in the September meeting. Now it's down to 36. So the market's starting to price in a little bit of a rate cut, but nothing too crazy has happened just yet. Same thing if you go out to October, the October 29th meeting. The odds are by October 29th, we will have gotten a rate cut, and it's the same little bit of a drop or change up on percents here that we saw over on the September reading. So we should still be in the same place to get a rate cut September or October. We'll end up seeing, I'm gonna watch this video with you guys because it was pretty hysterical to see Trump and Powell at the new Federal Reserve building that they're building. But either way, the market's looking good, guys. Nothing has changed. We're just getting that little bit of a shakeout in the market in order to get people who are overly leveraged out of the market. If we go to CoinGlass and we go look at the liquidation map for Bitcoin on the 7-day, so we get a larger time frame, we saw that Bitcoin came down, liquidated a lot of people all the way down to like 114, 115. It's possible we get a second bounce down, but I don't think we actually will. On the flip side, if you look at all of the liquidity that would mean going up would it liquidate, you could see, or you could reasonably expect a slow climb up to 118, 119,000 on Bitcoin, and then a quick snap up to 121, 122, which would be in parallel to what we kind of expect here. And that would be over the remainder of this week into this weekend. So we got a little bit of liquidations down here at 115. We double tapped it all the way down there. And now what I would expect is for us to slow climb up through the weekend and then probably starting next Monday, snap up really quickly. That was just Sunday, so maybe even at the end of the week. We'll see how it all ends up playing out right there, but that's at least what the liquidation maps are indicating here. Bam. Same type of thing with Ethereum. Ethereum is actually holding up a lot better. We are still riding that 200-hour moving average here on Ethereum, and it is attempting to build up enough momentum and support to break out to the upside again. So hopefully you guys' alt bags are packed, just as we've been saying for the last, well, 3 years. Good morning, Stare. What's good, Yuki? How's it going, David? Welcome into the live stream. Now, as far as some of the pre-sales, I have 3 up here right now that I wanted to talk about. You guys know that the best pre-sales are the ones that kind of go the most unrecognized or the most unnoticed in the very beginning of them. And so Creator Bid is a pre-sale platform basically for AI agents that we've been talking about religiously for a very long time, so you guys are all aware of it. But we had the Rizzy launch and the Yuki launch, and those both went exceptionally well. I'm still holding on to my bags from them because I didn't want to get the selling penalty. But now they are getting ready to do the launch of Surf, which is a DeFi AI agent. And they are doing voting right now for Karam, and it looks like this one was approved as well. So we will get the next launch immediately following the Surf agent from the Karam agent shortly after that. So probably over this weekend, we'll get 2 more launches from Creator Bid. Both of these are coming out at like $130,000 market caps. So if you go look at the voting, $130,000 FDV. Both of the initial launches for Rizzy and Yuki got them all the way up to like $3 or $4 million market caps, which ended up being a several X multiplier if you had taken any profits. They're coming back to life a little bit here, actually, today as we speak. Let's go over to the Creator Bid ecosystem and look at Rizzy down 5%, but Yuki up 14%. Rizzy got an up move of like 40% the other day, yesterday. So they're trying to find that equilibrium and stop the bleed, which I do believe they will. These being the first curated launches from Creator Bid, I think they will do exceptionally well, especially if Bid is doing good, and Bid's going to do good if Ethereum continues to do good, and Ethereum will continue to do good so long as we don't have an economic crisis. So you guys see it. I think it'll all come together here. Let me take a pause already in the live stream to have a glass of water. No smoothie today, but I appreciate the water. Sorry. Not sponsored, although it should be. What's going on, Derek-O? Welcome in to today's live stream. So both of these I will be getting into both of them, Surf and Karam, because why not? It's a good project. They're good teams. They're going to do good. So that's that. The other side of things is this presale, which I have seen some people talking about in the Telegram. And by some people, I mean the founder. So the founder of it, they're working with Pump Science to launch some compounds on their open access platform, and they have a lot of interesting connections to make it so that they can actually facilitate the launch of multiple compounds for longevity. I think it'll be interesting to see, and the founder seems very committed. I've not done almost anything on DAOs.fun, and so because of how hot this platform is for launching DAOs and tokens and treasuries, I am interested in getting in on one of them. And so might as well do it with a community member, right? I'm probably going to partake in this. They're looking to raise 101 SOL, which is only $18,000 for their treasury. And it seems like they already have a decent number of people getting in there. So just keeping it on everyone's radar. We talked about it yesterday, but nobody panic. It's DeSci season. Not DeSci season yet, that's for sure. I'll click on this link, Derek-O, because I trust you. Coinbase assets tweeted out. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, assets added to the roadmap today. Research coin. Oh, shit. Let's go, baby. This could be it. This could be what we're waiting for. Coinbase. Coinbase assets. Assets added to the roadmap today. Research coin. Increasing transparency for new asset listings on Coinbase. Is Coinbase about to list our first ever DeSci coin, Research Hub, the main bread and butter of decentralized science? Research coin, baby. It is up 50% on the day. My God, that is some exciting bullish news. It still has a lot of room to climb, and honestly, a $66 million market cap is embarrassing for this project. This project should be where the FDV is, and the FDV should be up at $5.7 billion in my genuine opinion. So this thing, let's go, baby. Let's go. This is amazing news. Amazing news. W. Honestly, you should just funnel all the money that we have into Research Coin. When it gets listed on Coinbase, this is going to be super bullish. people are going to look into it and finally realize the potential that we've been highlighting on this coin since it was a $1 million market cap. So now sitting all the way up at $68 million, we still have a lot of room to climb. Let's go. My sticky notes. This was one of the coins I shilled to a guy at a dealership like 8 months ago. I hope he held. I know it's been a crazy rocky road. Look at that. I mean, you go back to July of last year, it pumped 1,100% all the way up to $174 million market cap. And then it plummeted 85% down to 25 million. And now it's starting that next rally here, probably up to 300 million plus. And I mean, look at this thing. This is a very clear bullish higher highs and higher lows. Not many altcoins can actually say that. Like genuinely, there's not a lot in the crypto market right now that has just got this level of growth. So if we were to get back to the upper end of this channel at a bare minimum, let's say it took the next 3 months, it would be 350% gains. Now, this is crypto, and so very much so expect to potentially break up and out of this channel. Either way, 350% gains is beautiful, beautiful. Research coin up 53% in 15 minutes. Exactly. When these things move, they're going to move. Oh, because this came out 10 minutes ago. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Let's go. Yes. Send it down. Send it down. Damn. This came out 10 minutes ago, guys. 74% pump. A 70% pump very quickly. This was clearly an insider getting in, and then it fell down, and then he got the pump. So hell yeah, big news, guys, big news. Makes me want to go buy even more research coin. Also, I was thinking about it yesterday, because if we take a look, that's not how you spell research. If we take a look at Research Hub, right, we go to the foundation and take a close look at the number of literatures being posted, the peer reviews done. What did we say last time? The last time this metric broke out, Research Coin went on a crazy ripper rally. And now this metric is breaking out again, and it makes sense for it to go on a crazy ripper rally. The adoption is just going to continue to come for this project. And again, it is a multi-billion-dollar project sitting at a $60 million market cap. And so it just makes complete sense from my POV for a breakout to be happening right now. And then we get this announcement from Coinbase to say that they're going to list Research Coin. And there's the catalyst. There it is. There's the catalyst to send us. It also probably is going to help drag up DeSci a lot. Because remember, a win for any of the DeSci projects is a win for the entire market. Because guess what's going to happen? People are going to come in, see Research Coin, be like, oh, damn, I missed out on it. What are the next projects that I can get into to ride this narrative wave? Or people will take profits on it and try and go and flip it to the next thing. And so this might actually be the liquidation, or not liquidation, excuse me, the liquidity event that we've been waiting for DeSci is getting Research Coin in the spotlight, which has been kind of the game plan. Research Coin or Bio, been kind of the game plan for the whole time we've been in here. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you for that, Derrico. What's good? Dubs. Let's go. Let's go. Now, as a function of market cap, Decentralized Science is down at 0.4% on the day. We do see, however, Dynex up 67% on the week. If we go in and look at 0xDNX, I'm not saying that we are off to the races quite yet. I think we still have some more to prove here on Dynex. But if we take a look at it, it is looking like the double bottom might be in, and now what we need to see is Dynex decisively break out above the prior high here to $8 million. Ideally, I would love to see Dynex make a quick recovery of the $13 million from this last high, and then hopefully build out some foundational floor up there at $13 million in market cap. If we go over to the TradingView chart to view it, it is a slightly different story, but ultimately the same type of a pattern. If we go to the daily, we'll see the moving averages that we need to reclaim if we are to continue this bull momentum. And the 200-day moving average for Dynex is up here at 6 cents, 6.5. So I would like to see us get up again to these levels up here, around 9 cents, 9 or 10 cents. I would be happy if we can at least clear 8 cents before getting a pullback, but I would love just a clear, decisive move to 10 cents to get us on par with this last leg here, and then a pullback of sorts. But either way, it does look like Dynex is getting some life into the chart compared to this previous just pure downward momentum. In order to get back up to the spot where I was initially really pushing for everyone to take a look at it and maybe open up a position on it, 471%, which means we're down a lot. But so be it. I'm not selling. I'm hanging on. Not even interested in looking at trimming anything until we're well above new all-time highs. So there we go. Let's go, Nico. Good morning, Solus. Rip Elvis. Oh, no. Elvis. How bad is it? Oh, my God. That's not that bad. Bruh, that's not that bad. I thought it was going to be like a quick flash rug. Now, it's not that good. Don't get me wrong. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. It's just from 1 million to 2.3 million back down to 1 million. That is pretty much par for the course in the crypto market. I will say that is a very artificial looking chart, and it definitely has a lot of whales that are just getting out. But we'll see. It is in the Pythia ecosystem. And so if Pythia is going to maintain any kind of popularity, then they probably will as well get some money rotated in it. Like maybe, who knows? I'm shocked that this ran so hard without the other two taking off as well. But that's crypto. If the market turns around, hopefully this can just turn into a regular looking uptrend chart and not just a quick spike and dump. Lots of volume trading on it. Actually, not that much volume comparatively speaking. So, who knows? I did get in contact with the team. Who knows if we're going to continue on conversations, but I did get in contact with the team. I'm shilling DeSci to everyone and their babishka. Let's go, Solus. Tis indeed. Tis indeed. All right, so talked about this one. Someone in the community is talking about getting in someone in the community is starting this project, a treasury to launch compounds on Pump Science. We talked about the creator bid curated launches. I think they're going to be really good and strong, solid pushes. We have the Pump Science molecules launching on Monday, and I had posted this after the X Space. How many of you guys were in the X Space yesterday at 4 p.m. with the Pump Science team, where we had that one individual talking about how he takes 500 milligrams of melatonin before bed, or at least he used to, and he took it, I can't show you on screen, but rectally. And so I said, are you 100% sure putting it there will make me live longer? Because he did it for longevity purposes. Now, to put it into context, if I'm to take melatonin to sleep, I take about 0.25, sometimes 0.5 milligrams, and I'm out like a light. This dude put in 500 milligrams. So they're literally like 6 full containers of this rectally for longevity purposes and to just clear out oxidative stress as he sleeps. I don't know, man. Crazy. I don't know. But he gave me a post to see about it, so I'm actually gonna repost it. It is DeSci season. Hope you are all ready. Emoji. And then we'll do a handshake. You can be the guinea pig this time. Wait, I didn't hear that part. I know, dude. What's good, King Alexander? What's good, Wild Africa? How's it going, Trouser Snake? That's a funny name. Yeah, guys. Yeah, so I just posted this. I thought it was funny, and then the individual, I tagged him in it so that he knew I was talking about him, but the individual gave me a video to watch about the health benefits of taking mega doses of melatonin. And so we'll see. I'm going to watch it over the weekend probably and see what my thoughts are on it and everything, but it looks good. Who knows? Supposedly he'll be launching melatonin as a compound to test through Pump Science. So that's the excitement of the Pump Science launches. And I wrote down some of the ones that I wanted to really get into. But these are the 3 molecules that I'm aware of that I am super interested in getting into for the Pump Science launches coming up on Tuesday next week. Number 1, the melatonin one. I'm down to get into it. I think it'd be very interesting to watch. And I think it's a common name that everyone will know. Number 2, BPC 157. I'm very interested in getting into that one as well. I think it's going to perform exceptionally well. Number 3, NAD+. I take NAD+ on a daily basis, and it is really, really good. So I would like to see how the results of NAD+ go for that. So those are the 3 that I'm going to prioritize. I'm also going to be getting into some of the regular ones that we've talked about, like Troll and resveratrol and BNP and some of those. I'm probably going to end up putting a little bit of money into all of them as they launch. The game here, though, from everything that we learned on the Pump Science space on yesterday, is that they're going to open the platform to open access launches, meaning anyone can launch, just go, everyone launch. And so it's going to be a bit of a free-for-all when they first launch it, and supposedly it's going to go live at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, so I'm going to do my best to be live 8 a.m. on Tuesday next week to cover the initial launches of everything, because it's going to be a very interesting time in the market. Who knows if everyone just goes and launches everything all at the same time, or if they kind of stagger over the day, over the week, over the month. We'll end up seeing. I imagine by the end of next week, we're going to have all of the compounds having launched. So get your funds ready now. It's going to be an interesting time in the market. Melatonin chocolate bars, let's go. Jesse Eckel had a video yesterday. He is pumping Research Coin, but also had some good things to say about DeSci in general. Bullish, he has a huge audience. I know. I love Jesse. We haven't had a real conversation yet, but we've engaged several times on socials. He's a good dude, and honestly, he is super bullish on Research Coin, and you can't blame him. How could you blame that dude? We know. He just needs to convey it to everyone else. We all know that the future for DeSci and the future of Research Coin. 16 viewers and 6 likes. You guys must hate your bags if you don't want the world to hear about DeSci. Solus, I agree. I couldn't agree more. Please, guys, hit the thumbs up button on the live stream. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for everything that's going on. Research Coin, getting listed on Coinbase, is going to blow things up. Things are going to be very interesting moving forward. I just got to see a message to see, because I'm supposed to have a call in 30 minutes, but they haven't responded, so I might not end up taking the call. All right, next up, what else do we have to talk about? Well, I wanted to bring up this here from Paul. Scientific acceleration will go parabolic when biotech, AI, and crypto collide. Bio protocol. Bio accelerate Trinity, sparking decentralized networks. We will slash drug development from decades to months via regulatory arbitrage and the global open collab and data collection. I just wanted to highlight this one thing for you guys. We already are slashing drug development from decades to months. Think about it. Think about just Pump Science alone, how quickly the turnaround time is being created from getting an idea, a compound idea, launching it on Pump Science, going through all the initial trials and phases, and then getting it into clinical trials. Now, we haven't completed that flywheel yet, but think about how quickly everything is going on now. What normally would take months, if not years, of getting approval, getting lab space, getting everything ready to go, curating the idea, and then starting the tests, facilitating them, collecting the data, it's all been automated. All of it. everything I just rambled about for like the last 15 seconds. It's all been automated. So now you get an idea, and if you have $300, you can launch it. You don't need to go get funding. You don't need to do any of that. You can just DeSci it. You can just launch it. And I think it's going to be beautiful seeing how everything expands over the next decade. Nobody is ready for what's happening. Nobody is ready for what's happening. And this chart is a perfect representation of it. We are growing like madmen. Madmen. It's going to be a good time. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go look through some more of the market. What do you guys want to pay attention to in this moment? Should we not invest for the first 6 minutes? For the pump science launches, sit on your money for the first few minutes. Yes. There is a 99% fee if you get in immediately, and it's to stop the snipers from sniping up the launches so that people like you and I can get into them. We've gone over it several times, so I know that you're just asking for the sake of asking, but there's a 99% fee. If you invest into one of the pump science launches immediately upon the token going live, you will lose all of the money that you put into it immediately. So you want to wait for that fee to come down. It's going to come down really quickly. Which way? It's going to come down really quickly, but you need to wait for it to happen. Figure out what fee you're willing to pay to get in, and then get in. For example, and we did this example the other day, but I'll do it again really quickly. If you think that getting into one of the molecules at a $500,000 market cap is a good deal, you think it's going to go to $5 million in market cap, that's a 10x. If you get in with a 50% fee, you now have the opportunity to make a 5x. But if you choose to wait until a 25% fee and it goes from 500,000 to $1 million in market cap, now you only have a 5x and you're still going to pay that 25% fee, meaning you got less returns than if you had just paid the higher fee and gotten in at a lower market cap. So do the arbitrage math out you want for yourself, figure it out what works for your own strategy, and then go ahead and pull the trigger when you think the time is right. But it's going to be very interesting. If nobody launches the compound I donated, I will DOS anybody who want to join in. Let's go. 5 million? Nah, 500 million. I agree, Solus, but I can't be too crazy optimistic. I'm just doing it for the simplicity of math, to be honest. But I have so many ideas for compounds to launch, and I don't want to say them because I want to help. I want to facilitate some of these launches. Scratch that. Mark me. I want Bill to facilitate these launches. I want Bill to use BitTensor Subnet 25 to simulate some of these compounds on BitTensor, and then with the results, go launch on Pump Science. That's what I want to happen. And so I have a lot of ideas for launches, and I think a lot of them can be bangers, especially now that we can do illegal drugs on Pump Science. I'm very excited to see how everything goes, and I want Bill to launch a bunch of these compounds. So Solus says donating an idea, mescaline plus B, I'm not going to say it, plus lion's mane equals insane neuro enhancement longevity stack. I'll give you guys one idea of something that I would like to launch on Pump Science. Okay, let's go to Pump Science actual website. I don't know if we can do it, but I'd be super down to launch like an actual steroid. Like just go do Trembling and just pump these mice up with steroids and be like, look at, I don't know, dude, but like these mice, they're running fast as hell. Steroids are the best longevity compound. Because I think that would game it a little bit, right? We're not going to be measuring the entire lifespan of these mice. We're measuring how active they are. And so we should launch a steroid on it. And if somebody takes that idea and does not involve me, I'm banning you from the live stream forever. I mean, it might end up killing the flies earlier and killing the worms earlier because we know steroids are not good longevity compounds. But I don't know. We'll have to see. What about a low dose? What if you just do a microdose of a steroid, right? We got to figure out those doses, which is where Bill would come in. We'd use Bill to facilitate the research. He's not ready for it right now, unfortunately. But still, we got to move quick, guys. Anyone want to help? Have Bill experiment with the perfect ratio of heroin to cocaine in an 8-ball. David, I wonder if they would allow it. I don't think Pump Science said that they're using a lab out in Switzerland to do illegal compounds because the lab in Switzerland has never, quote, never turned down a compound. I don't know that they've ever had people suggest we test heroin on mice, you know? Maybe they have. I don't know. But either way, if they get it through the funding and everything, if they get it approved by the committee, we'll see a lot of crazy things launch on this. We're going to see a lot of crazy things launch on Pump Science. You can combine up to 3 compounds in one, so why not add more than just one steroid? I mean, yeah, we could do a steroid. We could do a full stack. We could do a steroid, a cortisol blocker, and then a recovery booster, right? And then just bam, go. A full stack. We give them testosterone. I don't know. I'm giving away a lot of secret sauce here because the steroids might low-key game the system a little bit. It sounds expensive, lol. It is definitely expensive, but that's where the trading fees come in, right? Every time someone buys or sells the token, think about it. If you launch think about what the crypto people would love. If you launch a steroid stack on Pump Science and people can go buy a legit stack and see the scientific data behind it, they would be trading that like crazy. It would generate a bunch of fees, and then you go and you can fund the experiments completely. I don't know, obviously, but I'm down to see if anyone wants to do it with me. Just have to make sure it's not toxic and can be taken regularly. No, we don't. I mean, for us, for the humans, yeah. But for the mice, they made it pretty clear that you can test anything. As long as it's not an explicit thing that would harm it, right? Like, we don't want to give it fentanyl and be like, how much fentanyl can we give these mice before they die? That kind of thing's not going to get approved. But people are already testing psilocybin compounds. People are already testing other compounds that are questionable, right? I don't know. We'll see what we can get approved, right? What presale? What did I miss? Takarid. The creator bid presales happening this weekend, likely. 2 of them. The first 2 did really well, so the second 2 I imagine are going to do really well as well. And then this one. Someone in the Telegram is facilitating this one. And so I just figured I'd bring it up for you guys again. I think it's going to be interesting. I've not done DAOs.fun, so I want to do this one on DAOs.fun, but that's all I have right now, plus the Pump Science molecules. Those are all not pre-sales, but fair launches. Also, you probably missed the fact that Coinbase wants to list Research Coin. Coinbase wants to list Research Coin. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here. The time is finally here. Research Coin on the back of this news is up 40% in the last hour or so to a $66 million market cap. It's go time. It's game on for DeSci, baby. Let's go. Let's go. If you want it to be for humans, my mistake. Yeah, I know. I completely understand what you're saying, Solus, and I agree with you. But for the sake of launching the compounds, that's what the tests are going to be. We're going to test it to see if it's toxic or if it helps. And then we'll know and be able to move forward from there. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, Ultra-Nuclear Poodlehead is the biggest hater I've ever seen. He always just comes in out of nowhere. Says crazy things. Oop. Whoa, is that real? Damn, $1.9 million earned by scientists on Research Hub. I want to see this stat grow more. I want to see this more. Look at that. That is an adoption curve if I have ever seen one. It was flatlining here, right? From January 2022 until we found it in October of 23. It was kind of flatlining. And then started growing like crazy. And it is growing, baby. Let's go. Look at that curve. Faster, faster. Number of bounties, 500. Which DeSci project could get listed first on Coinbase? Are you in the chat? Spell Ninja, I've seen you here, haven't I? You've been here the whole time. Research Coin is literally, Coinbase Assets literally just said Research Coin. So Research Coin, let's go. Subliminal Science Videos, W. Oh, I'm cracking like crazy. Sorry. I did some yoga this morning and it's making my spine feel good but stiff now that I'm standing up. Bullish, guys, bullish. Can't wait for this to be much, much, much higher. If we do end up getting a full-blown DeSci season in the middle of alt season, it's going to be the greatest thing we've ever seen. Look at this. Let's go to not total crypto market cap, but we'll go to others. And then we can take a look to see that we are in the middle of this uptrend, right? So in an ideal world, we will get support here at these moving averages before continuing on with the uptrend for others market cap. Good luck on your call. Amanda came in to get her laptop. She's got to go do her live stream, her bi-weekly live stream for her job. If we find support somewhere around here on the others market cap, it makes a lot of sense. Actually, I'm going to just take and move these lines since we don't need them anymore down there. But not only does it align pretty nicely with the moving averages here, but if we take away the moving averages, you'll actually see that it's forming a support potentially here at the same area that it formed resistance back here. So that is a clear bullish uptrend, and that would be a very strong uptrend support line to hold. So that ideally is where we end up seeing it form support, but I would not be that surprised if we actually ended up seeing it come down to the 200-day moving average. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention here to this next indicator that I'm going to pull up on the chart. For any of you guys who are newer here and don't know, we're gonna take a deep look into an indicator that has an accuracy rating higher than any other indicator that I've ever seen. Okay, you ready for this, guys? You ready? It's the moon phases. Yes, you heard me right. Full moon versus new moon. Generally speaking, when we get a full moon, we have 2 weeks of going up, and then we have a new moon and we have 2 weeks of going down. Occasionally we'll get a full moon where we chop sideways or go down, and then a new moon where we do the opposite. But overall, if you go back through all of Bitcoin's price history, we end up seeing a very similar story where we have rallies right around the full moon and dips right around the new moon. Rally, dip, kind of a flat line, and then dip, rally, dip, rally, dip, rally, dip, right? And so what we just had last time was a full moon with a crazy strong breakout rally. We just flipped over to the new moon, and what are we doing? Dipping. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Okay, now I'm seeing Derek say, poor Noble, don't look at that chart today. Let's go look at the Noble chart. Let's see. Noble V2 down 14%. Remember, they launched the new one, right? Noble V2 down 14%. Oh, that is a painfully upsetting thing to see. Somebody just got out of Noble for what reason, I do not know. But they're done with it. Somebody just yeeted that chart. Sad. Let's see if we can see the wallet that's doing it. A $3,000 sell. Somebody sold 3.1 million Noble. That's crazy. Who even had this much to sell? Is it this guy? Nope, just those two. He kind of started that sell-off though, that's for sure. Yep, this person started that sell-off. What a good lucky guess to get that. Took out $5,700 from Noble, tanked the chart from 800,000 down to 600,000. I get, there we go. No. I need more charting space here because I don't want to, oh well, it's fine. So this person sell 3 million Noble. Let's look at them. Also caused a big sell-off right there after it was bouncing back a little bit. Who knows? Honestly, guys, you guys can bring up the chart all you want. I literally don't care. This chart means nothing to me. I'm in this one for long term, either riches or nothing. I like the intraday, the multiple day, the intra-week movements on this, I do not care about. It can go up, it can go down. I've already lost more money than I ever expected to make or lose on this thing. And so I don't care if it goes up, I don't care if it goes down. I'm holding on to my coins and I'm watching the team continue to develop. And if you guys aren't watching the team develop, that's on you. It's not on anyone else. If you don't want to be in it, don't be in it. If you want to be in it, be in it. I could care less if you're in it or not in it. I know the future and the long-term benefit of having multiple open access platforms to launch scientific literature on. Noble Blocks and Research Coin are the only two in the industry. So I have a bunch of Research Coin, it's doing really well. I have a bunch of Noble, and the platform continues to develop and it continues to get better, but the coin price continues to go down. So either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, it does not matter. I have exposure to the only two that are in the whole market. So no matter what, I'm going to end up winning because this is a narrative. This is not just a narrative. This is an entire market shift. You know, I bet they bought Research Coin. Probably, Derek. You're probably spot on with that, actually. Let's go see. And the only reason I get so quick and aggressive about that is because literally every single day someone fucking asks me about Noble. And they're like, are you so bullish on Noble? And I'm like, can you literally just stop? Just stop. Ask me literally anything else. Looks like they withdrew the funds out, right? I wish I could easily track this, but this was 44 hours ago or 2 days ago. On the 23rd. So this was 2 days ago, right? So these moves. Then they went to Uniswap, Universal Router. They pulled the money out. $100% in Ethereum right now. Oh, funded by the Noble Blocks deployer? What the hell? Sus. Did we just find an insider dumping on us? That'll be super not good looks if that actually is what just took place. Somebody with more understanding of what's going on this chart, because I'm actually curious now. Did we just find a crazy thing? The Nerd Bunny, I got a huge release on it. Delroy dumped his bag. That'd be so sad. Beagle, Nerd Bunny, I got a huge release of information about Nerd Bunny, and it looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm kind of interested to see how it all goes out. Obviously, given the results after the Noble launch and the hack and everything in the last 2.5 years or however long it's been working with them, I'm more hesitant now. But everything that I was just shown about Nerd Bunny, I am very excited about. So we'll see how it ends up going and when we get more information released to the public. I think I'm going to have a call with Delroy next week to kind of go through it and talk about everything. But I am definitely interested to see how Nerd Bunny does. I know they did that pre-sale and then he refunded everyone on the pre-sale and then he did something else. I don't know. But Noble Blocks deployer, probably the pre-sale stuff. But it's the fact that the wallet was funded by the Noble Blocks deployer, which makes me sus. self. Oh, it was the same wallet, wasn't it? Yeah, because I was on an internal transaction, you dummy. I did a lot of movement 2 days ago, though. Claimed 5 million. And then immediately dumped, and then moved it out. Yeah. So whoever this was just like somehow got 5 million Noble and then just sold it all. That's crazy. Probably, yeah. I don't know, Derek. I don't know. I don't know who it was. But somebody just claimed their 5 million Noble and said, I'm getting out of this sucker. So, potential good entry, potential not good entry, I'm not sure. All I know is that this was a nice little mountain slope. It double topped. No. Oh, God. All right, on to the next. Let's look at a different coin that will make me excited to look at it. Let's go look at DeSci. Down a little bit again, but only to 96 cents. Holding up really good with the given movement. Hopefully we don't see a pullback all the way down to 2.7 million, but even if we do, it's in a clear uptrend here, and it got a push all the way to 4.5 million. I think DeSci has a good likelihood of going all the way back up to all-time highs, which would be over $23 million market cap. I really enjoy having these market cap instead of just token prices. Everything that happens is a brush stroke painting a bigger picture. I agree, Solus. I agree completely. All right. Nope. I was supposed to have a call in 10 minutes, but they never responded. So we're going to continue on for the last 10 minutes here, just kind of pulling up different DeSci charts you guys want to look at, and we can talk about them. Cymark having its first red day, potentially ever. Potentially the first red day ever for Cymark, except for the first launch day. We'll see if anyone swoops in to scoop some more Cymark or not, but this has been a crazy run that's just gone straight up. From a $500 market cap when I first told you guys about it to $130,000 market cap. Now back down just a little bit. It's about time for you to seize the day. You damn right. How about Vita? Looks like it's due for a bounce. Let's go look at Vita. Vita DAO token. I wish it would stay on log. It does look like it is due for a bounce here. It's not yet bounced though, so I would give it some more time to play out. It's very clear that we're just kind of a range bound token here, right? I would give it some time to play out before jumping in. Do you guys remember, which was it? This liquidation where some giant whale sold and then it rebounded really quickly? That was a good time. It probably will. It will end up bouncing. If DeSci gets a run, then Vita DAO will get a run. It is like the most known DeSci token out there. Oh, well, was that $138 sell the red candle? Probably, yeah. Yeah, for Cymark, it was. It was, because there is no real liquidity in this thing. $138 red candle. It's got liquidity. It's just that there is no one really buying and selling it. It's pretty much just this live stream getting in and getting out right now. And so somebody took $138 worth of profits after literally, get this, buying a couple days ago for $119. So they took their $20 in gain and then left. And you can't blame them, I guess, but I think it's silly. I just am not the type of person that makes moves like that. When I get into something, I get in it for a long period of time. If we go onwards here and go look at some more of the strong DeSci movers, AXGT. I think I saw you guys saying it was up to 10 cents again. Not quite, still only at 9 cents, but $42 million market cap. It is back to the bottom of its range here. So whenever DeSci starts picking up, I would pay attention to Axon getting a move back up to those highs there. It just has to actually break out of this downtrend. Back here, when we were falling here, I expected us to go all the way down to a $30 million market cap, give or take, and we finally did just touch it. So maybe I was right, just about a year off. Hopefully we can get a break up above to new all-time highs here, but who knows. A quick push up, if we were to assume the same type of price action that took place here, then a quick push up to 100 million would make sense. But I'm one that believes, especially if we continue to get this DeSci season, if we do get a DeSci season with Research Coin getting listed on Coinbase, I think projects like Axon will gain a huge traction. And obviously the projects like Riff and Euro from Pump Science. You guys know I'm crazy bullish on Pump Science. And they got a bit of a push here, actually. So it might finally be time to get in on those 3x longs. I did on the other ones, and I got liquidated. So probably won't be getting in again. But I bet I will be beating myself up for not getting in. I'm in on them all, make no mistake, but just in spot bags. Every time I do leverage bags, I end up getting cooked. Unless it's selling an option, but that's like shorting the leveraged bag. I do much better when I short leveraged positions. Potential Axon and Bill collab. I could see it. You guys know I talked to Chris. We mended the relationship a bit. So I could see potentially in the near term, midterm future, a Bill and Axon collab. I think it would go hard. I think it would go really hard. I'm going to try and help them and push as much as I can on some stuff for Axon. So potential room for collaboration between Bill and Axon. All we have to do right now is finish with the dashboard to get it ready for the Tuesday launch of the Pump Science molecules so that you guys can actually see some of the valuable information for those launches. That will be the beta testing. Once we've successfully proven the model here with Bill, we will start looking for other partnerships. Psy, Axon, Bio, Noble, any DeSci project that has a Telegram group. I want to get in on it. I want to get them in there. And it should be a good time. Speaking of time, actually, we have 24 concurrent members right now. Please hit the like button on the live stream. I go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto market. Given the fact that Coinbase is about to bring on the onset of DeSci season, I think it's probably a good idea that you follow the page, like the live stream, and engage with us, because we are some of the only people that cover decentralized science, and we've had many banger calls. Every single year for the last 3 years, I have had several 100x calls and honest to God, a couple 1000x calls every year for the last 3 years. This year should not be any different. So far, I've also had many 99% down calls, but that is in the nature of trying to call 1000x moves. The nature of it is that you're going to get a lot that go down, which means you have to play with the big ball. Pause. Anyway, from so far, it looks like Cymark's going to be one of those 1000x movers. Nobody really got into it down here at those low market caps. That 700 is even higher than when we called it. So far, it's up 15,000%. Goals to get up 100,000%. which would put it at $1 million market cap. $500,000 market cap gets us up 1,000x on it. Some of you got, like, literally right now, you could probably get into this thing and still make a good 10, 15x on it. We'll see. But the goal would be to call several more of these. And I think that we will get some from Creator Bid. The goal is to make Bill do that. Just about, actually, right now. The goal is to make Bill do about 1,000x from here. He's not even got liquidity yet right now. Yeah, well, he's got liquidity, but he's at like $160,000 market cap. So the goal is to get him to 100 million. So that's basically 1,000x. I'm sure some of these will do it as well on Creator Bid. And I'm certain that we will get several pump science molecules that do 1,000x because they're launching at $200,000 market caps. And I bet a lot that they're going to end up going upwards of 200 million. We'll see. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate you guys being here with me. I have an experiment to go conduct. I'll see you guys on Monday. It needs to be a coin only talked about one time random. That's basically what happens, Beagle. The coins that end up doing the most are the coins that I just mention in a brief whim, and I'm like, this looks pretty interesting, and then all of a sudden it goes up crazy amounts. The coins that I end up shilling relentlessly end up just doing modest gains, but it's always the random coins that do the craziest amount. All right, I'll see y'all on Monday.